Hey loves, it's Britt, and in this video I'm going to talk about what it means to have your sun conjunct with someone's north node in Synastry, or their sun conjunct with your north node in Synastry. I'm surprised I haven't actually done this video yet because it's such a soulmate aspect in Synastry, and you guys requested more north node Synastry, so I thought I should start with this one. So this, whenever I see this, it's like something goes off in my brain. It's like ding, 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 ding. This is a soul contract. This is a soul connection. This is a pivotal person on your soul's journey. So the sun person, by just being their basic ego, identity, self, and shining their light, like their most basic identity, is helping the north node person in their soul's path as shown by the north node. So this is definitely one that if you see it, to take note of it, that this is a soul contract, this is a soulmate person. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that it's going to be a long-term relationship. It definitely could, but it can be a shorter-term relationship that just kind of pulls you to your north node in a more sudden way with this conjunction. At least I've seen it like that. And you want to look at the sign that it's taking place in. What is the energy that is dominating this entire relationship? Because this aspect is a dominating aspect. It tends to really dominate the synastry because it's so powerful. It's such a strong aspect of destiny. It really does kind of set the tone for the relationship. And the north node person can look back on the sun person and really feel like they represented a major turning point in their life. And it doesn't have to be like that was even in a positive way, because sometimes with the north node there can be a certain element of pain or shock with the north node because it's opposite to the south node, which is our point of comfort and what's really natural to us and what we're really gifted at. And then the north node is like this uncharted territory that, can trigger pain or fear. But it's pain and fear that actually propels us forward to our destiny and to our soul growth and to, true fulfillment. And sometimes fulfillment, it doesn't come from doing the easy thing. It comes from, doing the hard things that we don't want to do, that is sometimes shown by our north node. Sometimes there can be a real big resistance to the north node because it's, it's so out of the comfort zone and, it's a bit scary at times. So sometimes because of that, the people can resent each other. Like the north node person can maybe be not ready for all of the wisdom that the sun person has. And the sun person is just, being themselves and, shining their light. They're not sometimes they're not even meaning to be this, big role in the north node person's life. So you can see sometimes you can see the north node person really seeing the sun as this pivotal role in their life, and the sun person not totally resonating with that. But usually the attention on the sun person actually feels really good, and the north node person actually helps the sun person to be stronger in their own identity. And the sun person can really feel like they are on a pedestal and they get to really shine in the qualities of their sun. And if their sun is not naturally in a more outgoing sign or like a more confident sign, maybe it has difficult aspects to it or whatever, the sun person can really feel like they're free to be themselves, they're free to shine their light, and they're really seen in like their giftedness and their naturalness, and they're confident around the north node person because they can feel that the north node person is kind of classifying them as this guide, right? And so this connection can really bring out the best in both people, or they can totally hate each other. And why is it so extreme? Why can it be like that? The North Node is a very sensitive point in the chart, okay? It's sometimes we're not even ready to go there, right? We're not ready. And this aspect is so powerful that it can really stir things up in a kind of karmic soul contract faded way in the people. That yeah, it might be uncomfortable, and this could end suddenly, this could end painfully, this could be very difficult, and it just kind of depends on what's the rest of the synastry. Like, is this actually showing long-term compatibility in other ways? And are we, similar enough to actually work this in a romantic way? This isn't always a romantic connection, though. It's that's not what this shows. It can be. It could definitely help a romantic connection have a certain element of purpose and forward motion and confidence in it. But it can actually be seen in a friendship. It can be seen in like a teacher-student relationship or a client relationship. Sometimes I'll have clients sign up with their son on my North Node or my son on their North Node, and I just know, okay, yeah, this is an important encounter for both of us. So it can be like that, but it can also be romantic as well. And yeah, you just want to look at what else is going on. Like, is this meant to be a more long-term relationship, or is this just a more shorter-term soul connection that is meant to pull the North Node person towards their soul path? So yeah, it could actually also be a really good aspect of working together on something creative. They both combine their energies really well in a way that, like, if they were to work on some project together, it would really be like, yeah, like destiny, or bringing this beautiful light into the world, or this beautiful gift into the world. It's definitely a lot of power is held in this connection. So it's not as comfortable as the Sun conjunct with the South Node in Synastry, but it's more growth oriented. It's more, fulfilled destiny energy, for lack of a better term there. It's definitely powerful, pivotal soulmate connection. And yeah, if you do have it, it's good to be aware of it because of the power that it exerts, and you can really get an opportunity to see, where you're at with your own North Node and how you respond to this person. Yeah, it's definitely interesting to see on both ends. Yeah, so my North Node is in Scorpio in my 7th house. And when I've had this aspect in a romantic relationship, it hasn't lasted, but I also had their Sun square to my Uranus in Aquarius. My Uranus is actually kind of widely square to my North Node, so that's another aspect of this. But with my North Node in Scorpio in the 7th house, it's definitely always been a very growth-oriented, like someone who has pulled me towards my North Node in the 7th, which actually is about relationships. So I've definitely learned a lot. And then when it's been on the reversal, when my Sun in Taurus has been conjunct with someone's North Node, it's definitely like I'm more helping them with their North Node. And then, it does also help me as well with really getting more clear on the actual energy of my Sun. So having this aspect either way, I mean, if you had it in a double whammy, that would be like doubly powerful. But yeah, it's definitely one to look for, one to look out for, and it can signify major soul growth, major spiritual growth, and yeah, it can be like this was a setup or this was faded. And even if it's not long term, it can still have that kind of eerie feeling of like, wow, I really learned some important soul lessons with that person. So yeah, I'd love to know your experience of this aspect. How did it feel? Was it like this? And yeah, I'm doing your requests. Let me know if you have any requests for me, and I'll try to do them all. And yeah, oh, sorry about that noise. Yeah, I do also offer one-on-one sessions. My links are below. Okay, thanks for watching. Love you guys. Bye.